What's up, guys? Welcome to Late Night Frights. I'm Chris Brock, Supervisor, and this week's theme is our horror comedy theme. So pretty much, if you don't know what the theme is based on the title itself, you should know what a horror film is if you're watching this channel, because we are a horror collaboration channel here on Late Night Frights. But I'll do a little quick definition of a horror film. To me personally, what a horror film is. It's a film that pretty much plays on your emotion. It wants you to feel the emotion of fear. It wants you to be on the edge of your seat. You know, that's what a horror film is to me. It is supposed to scare you. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But if you have nightmares after watching it, then it did its job. A comedy is pretty much a film with a sense of humor that, you know, the main objective is to make the target audience laugh. And when you mix those together, it's a very odd combination, because sometimes it can work really, really well, and then sometimes it can just fall flat on its face. For me personally, I do really like horror comedies, because some films that are considered horror comedies I do really like, and I do see the, you know, the comedy in them. But I probably wouldn't label them as horror comedy. Like The Return of the Living Dead is one of my favorite zombie films of all time. I mean, I do kind of consider it horror comedy, but in a way I don't. But it just works so well, and I love that film. There's some that don't work too well, like I said. But some people don't like the one I'm about to review. It is a childhood favorite of mine, and you know, I'll explain a little bit later after my review why I love it so much. And that is Sam Raimi's 1993 Army of Darkness. Okay, guys, so pretty much the basic plot of Army of Darkness: after Ash is pulled through a time portal and he lands in the 1300s in England, he is almost immediately captured by King Arthur and his men, because they think he is one of Duke Henry's men, which they just had a huge war with, which we didn't see that, but you know, we see what, you know, the result of that is. Pretty much Ash gets thrown into this pit where he has an epic fight scene, one of my favorite, you know, scenes of this film, if not my favorite scene. You know, he's in the pit and he's fighting, you know, this Deadeye. It is an epic scene. I really do like that. He emerges from the pit victorious, which the town thinks he's a hero now, and the wise man says that he has to go and retrieve the Necronomicon Ex Mortis so he can go back in, or not go back in time, but he can go back to his time, the modern days, you know, because he is in the 1300s. And Ash finds a way to screw it up. Like always, Ash is a goofball, and that's what I love about him. He's just so arrogant. The one-liners are hilarious in this film. So, I mean, pretty much, he goes back in time. They think he's a hero. He screws it up, and he has to fight a huge war. Is basically the plot of Army of Darkness. Okay, so I'll talk about the acting in the film. The acting by Bruce Campbell, I think, is I like him in every film, but this one he really stands out to me. I really do like him in Evil Dead 2, because Evil Dead 2 was, you know, the first Evil Dead film that I've seen, and I do prefer that over Army of Darkness. But in this one, his one-liners are just so hilarious to me. You know, how he does, you know, Henry the Red. He's like, I don't even know these assholes, you know. Just the way that, you know, Bruce Campbell is in this film is hilarious to me, because they stepped it up with the one-liners, the comedy. And, I mean, Bruce Campbell's a funny dude, and I really like him as Ash, because Ash is a goofball. If you watch the alternate ending, you know what I mean. He always finds a way to screw something up. And I just have so much fun with this film. I think Bruce Campbell does a great job in this. The directing by Sam Raimi, I think, was really, really good. It kind of sets itself apart from the other films. The other films was really well directed, but he kind of took like a medieval style directing with this. It's hard to explain, but you know, his directing fits the feel of the film for me, and I think that's why it works so well. So the acting and directing, I think, is pretty solid. Okay, so I'll talk about the effects of Army of Darkness. Greg Nicotero and Howard Berger did the effects, you know, KMB. Greg Nicotero has done a lot of stuff. He did some stuff for Day of the Dead. He was one of the soldiers in Day of the Dead. He's done stuff for The Walking Dead. He's done tons of films. And, you know, I really like the effects in this film. They're not amazing, but I like that, you know, I watched a, you know, little documentary or a little extra of, you know, how they did the effects. And this was pre-CGI, so they did almost everything that they could do. They used stop animation. They did, you know, practical effects. They did, you know, puppeteering. They done everything for this film. One thing I do want to say about this Blu-ray, it does look good, but there's one effect, which I won't spoil, you know, what scene it is. It's a decent effect, but for some reason, I guess the people that was doing the transfer, Universal, just felt lazy, because they left it in like VHS quality, and it just looks terrible. So, you know, if you watch this Blu-ray, that effect isn't that bad. It's just the laziness of Universal. But for the most part, I do think the effects are pretty good. I mean, some of them are dated, yes, but I really do like the effects. I think they're very well done by KMB. I know I might get a lot of heat for this, but overall, I love Army of Darkness. And before, you know, I know a lot of people's like, what? Just hold up, just let me explain why I love it. I really think it's a good film. But that is my childhood nostalgia talking, because I know a lot of people think it's okay. I can pop it in anytime and just watch this film. I don't know, I just laugh and have a great time watching it. I just don't see anybody not liking it. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody's gonna love this film. I'm just saying, like, I don't see how you can't have a good time watching it, because it's so goofy and over the top. But some people don't like that. I absolutely love it. And I idolized Bruce Campbell growing up, and I know that's gonna sound a little weird, but I just love the character of Ash. He's such a goofball, and he's so arrogant, and all those one-liners. It just really makes him him. And he has a freaking chainsaw in his right hand, for God's sake. That is awesome. I had action figures of Ash. I had the Evil Dead video games. I really love this series, and I think that's why I love this film so much, is because I grew up watching it. But yeah, that right there is pretty much my review of Army of Darkness. I really do like it. I know that's probably not going to be the fan favorite opinion, but what do you guys think of Army of Darkness? Do you love it? Do you hate it? It's my least favorite out of the original trilogy, but I still really do like it. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Stay tuned for Little Rocker Cuties video tomorrow, and also I'm going to leave our Facebook link and our website link down in the description. Definitely go check that out, guys, and thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.